Please concentrate now. Budgeted ratios or budget ratios, what we call, this is nothing but whatever you found in standard costing, you found it in terms of amount. Here we are trying to find it out in terms of percentages. That's all. That's all. So, the first ratios we are going to discuss is efficiency ratio. What is the formula for efficiency ratio? Standard hours by actual hours into 100 hours sum. Sorry? Standard hours by actual hours into 100. Efficiency. That is, hours wise, you will take standard hours by actual hours, because if at all, I already gave you example and hope you guys remember that. Hours wise, if you see, let's say one work is there which you should complete in, let's say 200 hours. Can I call it as standard hour? Yes. Where that work you completed in 240 hours. Now my question is your efficiency more? Is your efficiency less? Yes. Less, because you are not able to complete work on time. That means your efficiency ratio percentage should be more than 100, less than 100. Less than 100. To get less than 100 in any mathematical formula, numerator should be bigger or denominator should be bigger. So here, which is lower, which is higher? Now, what is the 200? What is the 240? This is your efficiency ratio in terms of hours. Now, what if they ask efficiency ratio in terms of unit? Now, let's say standard output, actual output. What do you mean by standard output? In the taken time, how many units you should have produced at 100% efficiency? Let's say you should have produced 1000 units. Actually, you are producing 900 units. Now, my question is, in the taken hours, let's say 10 hours, you are supposed to produce 1000 units. You are producing 900 units. Now, my question is, are you under efficient? Are you over efficient? You are under efficient. If you are under efficient, your efficiency ratio should be less than 100, more than 100. Less than 100. If it is less than 100, my numerator should be lower or my denominator should be lower. So, 900 divided by 1000 into 100. By the way, what is 900? What is 1000? Into. Now, this is your efficiency ratio in terms of output. So, hours basis it is standard by actual. Output basis it is actual by standard. Anyone any doubt in this? Anyone any doubt? No. That is your efficiency ratio. Then we are going to discuss about your activity ratio. What is it? Activity ratio. What is that activity ratio, sir? Out of the budgeted hours, how many hours of work we have done? I repeat again. Out of the budgeted hours, how many hours of work we have done? Not how many hours we have worked. How many hours of work we have done? That means how many hours of work we have done means, are we discussing about standard hours? Are we discussing about actual hours? Go to that labor cost variances and in that read that third or fourth line what they have given. Note, yeah. What is it? That if X number of hours. What I have written? If question says work of X number of hours is done, that means X means is not your actual, it's your standard. Actual output. That means here we are discussing about how many hours work is done, not how many hours we have worked. How many hours we have worked is the actual hours. How many hours of work is done is your standard hours. Got it? How many hours we have worked is your actual hours. How many hours of work is done, that is your standard hours. So here we are considering standard hours by budgeted hours into 100. That is your activity ratio. Got it? Got it, got it, got it? Hello? Oh. Next. First we discussed about efficiency ratio. Correct, no? What is the formula? Standard hours by actual hours into 100. Whereas next we discussed about activity ratio, that is
standard hours by budgeted hours into 100.
Standard hours by budgeted hours into 100. Is that clear? Clear? Done. Next ratio is your calendar ratio. What is it? Calendar ratio. Generally, we plan to work for how many days? In the recent standard costing question, what we solved, what did I say? Number of days available for work was 25 days, normal. But that particular period, we work for 27 days. This itself is calendar ratio. That is, how many days are available, or how many days are budgeted, and how many days are available to work. So days available to work divided by budgeted days will give you calendar ratio. Same like your calendar variance. Calendar variance you write it in terms of amount. Calendar ratios you write it in terms of percentage. Hope it's clear. Pakka. Next. Standard capacity usage ratio. What is the standard capacity usage ratio, sir? Out of the maximum available hours, I am not telling budgeted hours. Out of the maximum available hours, how many hours we are budgeting to work, that we call it as standard usage of capacity ratio. What is that maximum hours, sir? Now let's say in ArivuPro, let's say in this particular building, 5 classrooms are there. Now 5 rooms are there, whereas in all the 5 rooms, let's say 6 days a week work will be done generally, and or let's say in one room per day, let's say 8 hours of work will be done, and for 26 days we are planning to do. So how many hours of work will be done maximum? 1040 hours. But we would like to keep our, I'm not telling we are keeping, we would like to keep our one classroom empty always. Okay, marathon, all these things. That means we are budgeting to work in only 4 rooms for 8 hours in 26 days. 8:30. Now, this is your maximum possible hours. This is the maximum what we can achieve. This is your what we are planning. Budgeted hours. Now, this budgeted hours divided by maximum possible hours, that only will give you standard usage capacity ratio. 80%. Standard usage capacity ratio. Is that clear, everyone? So far we have discussed 4 ratios. First ratio was efficiency ratio, standard hours by actual hours into 100. Then we discussed about activity ratio, that is boss, how many hours of work you have completed. How many hours of work you have completed in the budgeted hours, that is standard hours by budgeted hours. And next we discussed about calendar, how many days available divided by budgeted days. In yesterday's question, when the holiday came, no festival holiday, where otherwise we would have worked for 20 days, because of festival holiday 19 days, 19 by 20, like that. Got it? Then we discussed about standard usage of capacity ratio, that is nothing but budgeted hours divided by maximum possible hours. Is that clear? Next is your actual capacity usage ratio. Out of the maximum possible hours, actually how much we are utilizing. Actual hours divided by maximum possible hours. Got it? Next one is your actual usage of budgeted capacity ratio. Name itself says actual usage, budgeted capacity. That's all. That's all. These are the ratios. So, standard hours by actual hours will give you efficiency. Standard hours by budgeted hours will give you activity. Days available divided by budgeted days will give you calendar. Budgeted hours divided by maximum possible hours will give you standard usage of capacity ratio. Actual by budgeted will give you actual usage of capacity ratio, and actual by budgeted will give you actual usage of budgeted capacity ratio. Simple. Hope all these 6 clear. Shall we see a few questions based on this? In material only one question is there. I think it was illustration number 7. Before going to standard costing, we left and went, no? Yeah. Illustration number 7. Question number 7 in our material. Shall we start now? May I know the essay material page number, please? 15.69. Rakshita, shall we proceed? Following data is available for DKG and Co. Standard working hours are 8 hours per day, 5 days per week. Maximum capacity is 50 employees, whereas actual workings are 40 employees. That means your maximum possible is computed on the basis of 50 workers. Budgeted will be computed on the basis of 40 workers. Actual hours expected to work. That means here they are talking about budgeted hours. Standard hours expected to earn. Here they are talking about maximum possible hours. Actual hours worked in 4-week period, they are talking about actual hours. Standard hours earned in 4-week period is standard hours. Now listen. Sir, how to determine budgeted and maximum? with those wordings what they have given. Actual hours what we budget means based on current scenario. Based on current scenario means what we plan is budgeted only, no? Standard what we plan is based on the overall figures, standard figures, budgeted figures, that is maximum possible. If you don't want to take it directly, you can go for the hours what they have given also. That is, whichever is higher, tax class or what? Do I look like Dilip sir? But if we plan to work overtime, then it might exceed. That is the case. So 8 hours. 8 hours for 5 days into 4 weeks into 50 employees. This is your maximum. Whereas 8 hours into 5 days into 4 weeks, 40 employees. That is your budgeted. 8,400, 6,000. 8,000 and 6,400. Hope it's clear and you guys got it. The related period for the period is 4 weeks. In this period, there was one special holiday due to national event. Guys, how many days are we have budgeted? 4 weeks. We budgeted to work for 5 days a week. 20 days. Out of the 20 days, 1 day is leave means now days available for work is 19 days. Is that clear everyone? Question clear? I don't think so. I have to allow some time to read the question. Done. First one, efficiency ratio. Everyone, what is the formula for efficiency ratio? Standard hours by actual hours into 100. Now, may I know the standard hours? 7,000 divided by actual hours into 100. May I know the efficiency ratio? 116.67. Done. Shall we proceed? Done. Activity ratio. Standard hours by budgeted hours into 100. Now, standard hours are 7,000. Budgeted hours are awesome. We are overutilizing our capacity. 109.38%. Is that clear? Shall we proceed? Activity ratio done. Third, what they are asking? Calendar ratio. That is available days divided by budgeted days into 100. Available days are, budgeted days are into 100. 95%. Next they are telling standard capacity usage ratio. Standard capacity usage ratio is nothing but budgeted hours divided by maximum possible hours into 100. Budgeted hours are 6,400. Whereas maximum possible hours are into 100, which is gonna be. Is that clear? Next, what they are asking? Actual capacity usage ratio. That is actual hours divided by maximum possible hours. Actual hours are 6,000. Maximum possible hours are into 100. 75%. Is that clear? Done. One last. Actual usage of budgeted capacity. That is actual hours by budgeted hours into 100. This is nothing but your capacity ratio. What is the formula for capacity? Capacity variance. How many hours we have thought working and how many hours we should have worked. Actual by budgeted. Actual minus budgeted into standard rate. When the actual is more favorable because you are over working your capacity. That is, you are working for more than your capacity. Always favorable because the cost is not going to change. Fixed. So actual hours are, budgeted hours are, which is gonna be 93 point. Anyone, any doubt in this? Pakka. Talk. Keep talking. For this and all, someone don't have throat pain. Understood? Okay, now listen, everyone. Shh. Hey, Jatres, concentrate. If you divide activity ratio with efficiency ratio, what do you get? Actual usage of budgeted capacity, also known as capacity ratio. Correct? No? That is standard by budget divided by standard by actual. If you bring the other way around, it will become actual by standard. Standard, jai. Actual by budgeted. That is capacity. Or actual capacity usage of budgeted. Actual usage of budget. Whatever nonsense it is, one big line will come. Actual usage of budgeted capacity. Is that done? And shall we proceed? Shanwanti, is that done? Shall we proceed? Oh my God, first time. Okay, go to the PYP 2. PYP 2. Second question. May 2018 question. Shall we start? Sorry, May 2019. 5 marks. Concentrate. Standard working hours, 8 hours per day, 5 days per week. Maximum capacity, 60 employees. Actual working hour, 50 employees. Actual are expected to work per 4 week. Can I call this as budgeted hours? Standard hour expected to work is maximum possible hours. Actual hours worked. Standard hours earned for the actual hours worked. Hope you know how to calculate BH and maximum. All you have to do is 8 into 5 days into 60 into 4 weeks. 8 into 5 days into 50 into 4 weeks. You should get same 8,000 and 9,600 or 9,600 and 8,000 respectively. First one they are asking efficiency ratio. What is the formula? Standard hours by actual hours into 100. Standard hours are 8,800. Actual hours are 7,500 into 100. 117.33%. That is your efficiency ratio. Next, activity ratio. Guys, activity ratio is standard by budgeted into 100. Standard is 8,800. Budgeted is 8,000 into 100. 110%. Rocky Bhai, is that clear? What are you doing? Next, standard capacity usage ratio. Standard hours or budgeted hours? Budgeted hours. Standard means we are planning here, not standard for actual. So, budgeted hours divided by maximum possible hours into 100. Budgeted hours are 8,000. Maximum possible is 9,600 into 100. 83.33%. Actual capacity usage ratio. That is actual hours divided by maximum possible hours into 100. 7,500 divided by 9,600 into 100. 78.13%. Actual usage of budgeted capacity they are telling, that is actual hours by budgeted hours into 100. 7,500 divided by 8,000. 15 by 16. 93. Is this clear, everyone? Paga. Shall we proceed? Second question, no? PYP 10th question. You can use that analysis sheet to know what and all are question of PYP relating to what. Hope you guys are doing it. Yes. And revision time, you should use that by looking at the title what I have given. This particular question is relating to what? By looking at that only, you should be able to connect to that adjustment. I have written no adjustment like that. Concentrate. May 2024 for 5 marks they have asked. Concentrate here, everyone. Jatres, concentrate. Concentrate. Following data is available for XYZ Limited for the month of Feb 2024. Standard working hours are 8 hours per day, 6 days per week. Whereas 4 weeks we are working and maximum is 150, actual is 125. Using that we can find out maximum hours as well as budgeted hours. Now first let's compute maximum hours. 8 hours, 6 days, 4 weeks, 150 workers. 28,800 hours is your maximum. Next we'll find out budgeted 8 hours, 6 days, 4 weeks, 125. 24,000 hours. They have given actual usage of budgeted capacity and efficiency ratio they have given. Guys, actual usage of budgeted capacity means, may I know the formula? Actual hours divided by budgeted hours. They are telling the answer is 86%. 0.86 is equal to, I don't know the actual hours, but I know the budgeted hours. So may I know the actual hours worked? 20? So your actual hours worked are 20,640 hours. Anyone, any doubt in this? Next, standard hours for actual output they are asking. You can see there they have given efficiency ratio. May I know the formula for efficiency ratio? Standard hours by actual hours into 100. 1.1 is equal to standard hours, we don't know, actual hours 20,640. Standard hours is equal to 22,704 hours. And hope you are practicing that habit of writing hours as hours, rupees as rupees. Just randomly, don't give your house pin code and come 56789. You take whatever you want. You want to take it as hours, you take boss. If you want to take it as amount, you take. Don't do that. Quantity, hours, amount in costing, all the three has a equal importance. So it is very important to mention what is hours, what is rupees, what is in units. AR, activity ratio. Standard hours by budgeted hours into 100. Standard hours are 22,704. Budgeted hours are into 100. 94.6%. Standard capacity usage ratio. Budgeted hours 24,000 divided by maximum possible hours. Simple. Anyone, any doubt in this? Mark it as homework. Past year paper, question number 10, May 2024, which they have asked for 5 marks. Go to past year paper, question number 15, that is of a very recent attempt, January 2026. In RTP, nothing special questions are there. Same like the question what we have discussed just now. So if at all in the recent January attempt, if at all anyone has seen that question and went to examination, life would be peace. But yeah, of course, in that question they have given efficiency ratio. Here they have given activity ratio. Of course, ICA is not some university to repeat the ditto questions. No. That means in that question we found out standard hours using efficiency ratio. Here you have to find out standard hours using activity ratio. That's all. Shall we look into this question? Following data is available for XYZ Limited for the month of March 2025. Standard workings they have given 7 hours per day of 5 days, 4 weeks of 60. So may I know the maximum capacity? 7 hours of 5 days, 4 weeks, 60 employees. 8,400 hours. Whereas 7 hours, 5 days, 4 weeks, 42. 5,880 hours. This is your maximum hours. This is your budgeted hours. Now, they are telling actual capacity usage ratio. May I know the formula? Actual hours by maximum possible hours. Now 0.65 is equal to actual hours, we don't know. Maximum possible hours 8400. May I know actual hours worked is how much? 5004 60 hours. Done. Standard hours for actual output they have asked. They have given activity ratio. Guys. May I know the activity ratio formula? Yeah. Standard hours by budgeted hours into 100. Standard hours. Guys, we don't know. Budgeted hours 5880, that is equal to 1.25. Standard hours are 7350 hours. Standard capacity usage ratio is very good. Budgeted hours divided by maximum hours into 100. 70%. Actual usage of budgeted capacity ratio. Actual hours, that is 5460 divided by budgeted hours 5880 into 100. 90? Hope it is clear, everyone. Homework. PYP question number 15th January 2026 for 5 marks. Couples, Tarunasha and Arthya, leave hands. At least act like you are not feeling well, no? You should be like tired. What is this? Dhanush Madhi. Done. Hope it's done. Hope you guys understood budgetary ratios.